Well, the Islamic Research Academy of Al-Azhar Al-Sharif announced the start of an expanded awareness campaign to support Al-Aqsa Mosque and the Palestinian people as they face the ongoing violations under the title "Who Blessed Us About Him?" within the framework of directives of the Grand Imam of Al-Azhar, Dr. Ahmed Al-Taib. The Secretary General of the Islamic Research Academy said that the campaign aims to introduce current generations to the value and importance of these values. The campaign also calls for historical information about the Palestinian lands. Well, to shed more light on this, we have the pleasure to have this phone with Dr. Farrag Abdel Aziz, Islamic Research Academy of Al-Azhar. Good afternoon, Dr. Abdel Aziz.
Good afternoon, and at the beginning, I want to thank you for your invitation to this program, and I want to congratulate all the Egyptians on Eid al-Fitr and happy returning, inshallah.
Thank you so much. It's my honor to have phone with you, and happy feast to Dr. Abdel Aziz. Doctor, what is the content and the messages about Al-Aqsa Mosque that in the conference that is held by Al-Azhar?
Well, concerning these questions, the Islamic Research Academy, under the directives of His Eminence, the Grand Imam, Professor Dr. Ahmed Al-Taib, Sheikh of Al-Azhar, may Allah protect him, and the Secretary General of the Islamic Research Academy, Professor Dr. Nazir Ayad, we launched a global awareness campaign entitled "Whose Surroundings We've Believed." In this campaign, we will cover some main important points. The first one, we want to present and show a lot of information about the sacredness and the importance of this land to all Muslims worldwide, and especially we want to encounter the current generation for this information. The second theme of this campaign, or the second theme of the messages of this, campaign will be to present historical information about the Arabism of the land and the Palestinian rights in this land, also to support and to refute all these false claims of the Jews about their rights on the land, and to support the Palestinian people to confront the violation of the Zionist entity, and also to confront the continuing process of Judaization of the land against the Palestinian people. In this message, the Islamic Research Academy adopted Al-Azhar's view in its, supporting the idea and the issue of the Palestinian case or the Palestinian problem worldwide.
Yes, Dr. Abdel Aziz, what are the languages that you are going to use to speak about the violation that is taking place nowadays in Gaza Strip and in Al-Aqsa Mosque?
First of all, I want to tell you that the Islamic Research Academy has a group of great preachers who speak different languages. In English, speak different languages like English and French, Italian, Spanish, and German, and also Swahili. So in our campaign, we will begin by English language and the Arabic, and I think in the near future, inshallah, we will expand our campaign to encompass more than one language, maybe German and French in the near future, bi'idhnillah.
Yes, Dr. Abdel Aziz, what are the communication platforms that are used to clarify the content of the awareness message about what is happening in Al-Aqsa Mosque?
The campaign will be made electronically via the social media websites in both Arabic and English to grab the largest number of people to support the Palestinian situation. And in this concern, I want to tell you that Al-Azhar Islamic Research Academy has a large group of preachers, female and female preachers around the nationwide. all these pressures will use their own pages in Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to spread the message of the Islamic Research Academy to support the Palestinian issue worldwide. So there are a lot of social medias, and also Al-Azhar Islamic Research Academy sometimes use essays in Al-Azhar magazine to represent the Palestinian issue.
Yes, Dr. Abdelaziz, are there any other steps along the same approach to further spread the global awareness of the importance of Al-Aqsa Mosque for Muslims and for the rights of the Palestinians?
Well, this is a great question. In the future, inshallah, or near future, Al-Azhar Islamic Research Academy always used to use a series called A Writer and a Book. In this series, we try to present a simplified or summary to authentic books that deals with the Palestinian, especially Al-Masjid Al-Aqsa issues. In this series, we represent and present the historical information about the rights of the Palestinian and the characteristics of Al-Masjid Al-Aqsa and the characteristics of the Palestinian land. So we will use this series of Writer and the Book, and also the Islamic Research Academy will use some articles and essays to answer the main question, why is the Palestinian problems is our first issue? And this represents the main idea and the main, trend of Al-Azhar to support the Palestinian issue. And Al-Azhar cannot abandon the Palestinian issue. And if you try to see the previous and the present era of Al-Azhar al-Sharif, you will find that Al-Azhar always defend and support the Palestinian issue and the Palestinian problem.
Yes, Egypt also, Al-Azhar and Egypt has always supported the Palestinians. And let me say that Egypt opened its Rafah border, crossing border with Gaza in order to allow the ambulances to transport the Palestinians that were seriously wounded in the Israeli, from the Israeli occupation airstrikes. They are going to transfer them into the Egyptian hospitals here in Egypt. So how do we evaluate in general the role of Egypt in supporting Palestine and the Palestinian people in general? How can we make the whole world know this, and through the awareness campaign that is raised by Al-Azhar, how do you spread these awareness online, and the role of the online awareness and the social media in getting people to know more about Egypt's support to Palestinians?
Here's something not all people know about Egypt, and especially Al-Azhar as an institution. Al-Azhar has a lot of envoys to more than 60 countries worldwide. These pressures in these 60 countries worldwide play a great role in spreading information about, Egypt and about its policy, and they play the role of ambassadors to Egypt in these countries.
Yes.
So Egypt plays a great role in, supporting the issue of the Palestinian, and anyone worldwide knows that Egypt is the main core of the Palestinian issue, and the supporting of Egypt to the Palestinian issue is clear to everyone worldwide, either it was in the past and in present and in future, inshallah, under the leadership of the President Sisi.
Yes, Dr. Abdelaziz, how does Al-Azhar coordinate and communicate with the our embassies around the world in helping them
Yeah.
to help whenever an ambassador is went to any country around the world nowadays with the problems or the Palestinian cause and the Intifada once again in Palestine with the Israeli occupation airstrikes over Palestine and the Gaza Strip. How do you coordinate with the Egyptian embassies abroad?
You know, there is a great connection between the envoys of Al-Azhar in the 60 countries, which I told you before. There is great connection between those envoys and the ambassadors or the embassies in these countries. And you can, I will let you know that there are always meetings between those envoys and the representatives of the embassies in these countries. So there is a great connection between Al-Azhar and the foreign ministry in this issue.
Yes, I thank you very much for your time, for your valuable information, Dr. Farrag Abdel Aziz, Islamic Research Academy of Al-Azhar. Thank you very much for joining us now. And ladies and gentlemen, this is a short break and I'm going to be back with you.